social media buzz. I want to thank everybody that's going to get a buzz some love. Y'all feel me? So I found this very interesting TikTok. And guess what, y'all? She is viral. She always break it down, y'all. Let's get into it.
Okay, so by a show of hands, how many of you think that Clive Davis was aware of what Diddy was doing? When Diddy came into the game, he worked for Andre Harrell. Harrell started out at Def Jam, but then he soon came out with his own label, Uptown Records. Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, I'll Be Sure, Guy, Heavy D, and Diddy started out there. Diddy, when paying tribute to Andre Harrell, said that he brought taste to hip-hop. So it's safe to say that Andre Harrell was a mentor.
I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor.
So I pose this question. Did Andre Harrell have enough power for Diddy? How did he meet Clive Davis?
In meeting Puffy, he played me great back. He played me Biggie. He had 4 cuts of Biggie at the time. And his vision and attraction to me was, we were, even though a relatively new label, Arista Records, we were a top 40 powerhouse. And it was his vision that hip-hop could go top 40, where the big economic payoff was. And I must say he convinced me of it, and we followed his dream together and accomplished just that with his from him and Biggie left and right.
You talk about in this book, it's amazing how in the 90s there was this tumultuous time in hip-hop where you had the death of Biggie, the death of Tupac. There was a rapper named Shine who was arrested. Even Puff Daddy himself got into a little bit of a scuffle with a record executive you mentioned in the book. And you said that you never really unwavered your faith and your trust in him to lead this team that he was leading. Why is that you always kept the trust and faith in him?
Puffy loved music. We had a very open, honest relationship with each other. And his vision and our strength and ability and being able to fulfill someone else's vision was working like a charm.
Music and entertainment. Traffic. I was influenced by Clive Davis. Now, rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994.
I remember in a video, Jaguar Wright said that the labels knew what R. Kelly was doing, but because R. Kelly was making the millions and millions of dollars, they turned a blind eye. All the power you need is in Clive Davis. Clive Davis's net worth is $850 million. So for years, it's been rumored that Clive has had his hands involved in the untimely passing of the late, great Whitney Houston. I cannot confirm and I cannot deny these allegations. There's even rumors that he assisted Diddy with Kim Porter's untimely passing. And of course, that is just speculation as well.
Yeah.
I just found it so hard to believe that a man that believed in another man's vision wasn't involved in his day-to-day to know what he was and wasn't doing.
Puff is in the situation he's in right now because he had what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that self-fulfilling prophecy was to be the greatest on his label. And which he said, no one can be bigger than me on Bad Boy label. When he said, I don't give a F if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail. When he said that, that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Say it in thy mouth, believe it in thy heart, and it shall happen. And it happened.
Now that's a social media buzz. And guess what else I found out while we was watching that video? So Puffy was nominated for a Grammy in 2024, the one that's coming up in January, March, whatever. But I found out that they have sent him out something and told him maybe he shouldn't attend because a lot of artists is calling in saying, don't sit me next to Diddy. Don't sit me next to Diddy. I don't want to sit next to Diddy. And they said it's a lot of people. You feel me? So, and guess what else I found out about the Grammy? It take 15 to 20 hours to make. Guess how much? It's worth $15 after they make it. And then when they give it to the artist, it's worth $0. Social media buzz.
So word on the street is that Misa Hilton has a lawsuit of her own coming out. They're saying that Diddy's trying to settle with her privately before it goes public. Word also in the street is that Misa was the original Cassie. Diddy is really catching her from all angles. I just got word that Macy's will no longer be carrying the Sean John brand. This was even released by Radar Online. And he took a hit with the Ciroc and the tequila brand, De Leon. People feel the downfall of Diddy is long overdue. Well, will Misa come forward publicly or will she settle in private with Diddy? The streets is also saying that Misa knew that this lawsuit was coming from Cassie's end. Apparently, Diddy's lawyers were reaching out to people. In case anything went left, they wanted to know who would be willing to testify. One of my followers asked me to cover this, and they wanted clarification on whether or not Justin Combs is Diddy's son. Rumor has it Diddy started that rumor to punish Justin when Justin didn't side with him with everything that's been going on. Mommy's little boy, daddy's little girl. He took his mother's side. Seeing that everybody wanted to come out and talk, Roger Bonds tried to come out and talk, and Diddy had his whole Instagram account shut down. Rumor has it. So while I was looking around, I came across a YouTuber named Tisa Tells. Tisa Tells is saying that Roger Bonds tried to come along the lines of, I got 4 daughters and I just felt the need to speak out. But she said while she was listening to his interview, he seemed to have more of a gripe with Diddy because Diddy stopped taking care of his son that is currently incarcerated. Anyway, so the rumors going around about Justin not being Diddy's son is false. That's that man's son. I could prove it to you because Misa once took Diddy to court with child support. See, if you know anything about Diddy, Diddy know he's grimy, so he's gonna make sure nobody grime him. Anytime I come across any information, I always try to go find a digital footprint. It's like the ex-girlfriend of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs went to a New Rochelle family court yesterday to demand $30,000 in child support payments for their 9-year-old son. Fashion stylist mom Misa Hilton Brim says she's only been getting a mere $5,500 a month to look after their son Justin, while Combs' ex-gal pal model Kim Porter is raking in a sweet $35,000 a month. So Diddy was giving up $5,500 in child support to a child that's not his. It got so real that Diddy had bought Misa and Justin a house. It was a part of their custody agreement. So Diddy gets this house for Misa, and what happened? The house got foreclosed on. See here, it says Citibank claimed they were owed $622,000 on the house. But Diddy said that he didn't default on the payments, that it was Misa's responsibility to pay that mortgage. It resulted in her getting evicted from the house. So y'all see, I'm not making none of this up. Look at the date, March 13th, 2014. Misa went on in interviews to say that if she was basically letting Puffy have access to her, she would have owned that house already. But once she locked up shop and Diddy saw he couldn't have access to her, he was like, I got something for you. Misa even went on in interviews. One of them was with Cherry Martinez. I didn't even know that Misa and Kim Porter were good friends at one point in time. I really thought that all of his kids' mothers got along because of the image I saw online. But they're saying that Kim Porter didn't like Sarah Chapman and all these names. I was like, this is too much Maury for me. So time will tell whether or not Misa will move forward with her lawsuit. And as for Justin Combs, that's Diddy's son.